Hello YouTubers, Roguemonkey Jr. here, and in today's video we are going to talk about a post that the PUBG development team made on the Steam community forums talking about the monthly and weekly updates that they have been pushing out since the game was launched in early access. As of now, a total of 14 patches have been released for PUBG, and the PUBG development team has been working quite hard to keep these patches up to date and follow the schedule that they had given to the community. But in this latest post, they are talking about the changes to scheduled patch rollouts. So what they say is today we are changing our patch and update schedule to improve how we work on the game, as well as set realistic expectations for player. Until the official release of the game, we will not have our scheduled weekly or monthly patches rolling out as often as before. We found internally that being rushed to finish certain features and having shorter Q&A, which is quality assurance test time, between pushing updates caused more issues than it solved in regards to maintaining a high standard of quality. We want to put our best content out and assure that everything we do is making the game more enjoyable with every update. Although we may not release a weekly patch, we'll utilize the test servers for significantly longer periods of time and deploy patches and hotfixes when necessary. So basically what this is saying is that the development team are still going to be putting patches out, although they might not be weekly or monthly, there will still be some, and they might be a little bit more significant than before because all in all, there will be less patches rolling out for PUBG. And I think this is a great thing because they are actually putting out patches weekly, and most of the time, the patches can only be on the test server for about a day. So it gives the development team very little time to actually turn around and fix any issues that have appeared while the patch was on the test server. So I feel like they're making a good move here by canceling out the schedule they have for their patches, because I feel as though they were rushing them too much, and most of the patches actually brought up certain issues in the live servers afterwards. So here we're talking about hit detection, certain bugs, glitches, and all the things that can be linked to actually putting new mechanics into the game. Like for example, a couple of weeks ago, they launched first person mode for solo and duos, and it was actually just a nightmare. The servers were very laggy, there were a lot of issues with hit detection, and I feel as though they could have just pushed it back and actually released a very good version of first person instead of rushing it out because they promised it at a certain set date. So this is just going to give them more time to work on the updates and just make it better in general. And we all know that when there are updates or patches that do come out and they aren't the best that they could be and there are issues, there's a big outcry by the community talking about what the problems are and that they shouldn't have pushed out the patch so early and all this. So I think it's great that they're going to actually they're telling us that, okay, we're not putting out weekly and monthly updates anymore. It's too much for us to handle, and we want to make sure that everything works properly before actually putting it to the live servers. And that for me is A1. They're being completely transparent with the community, and they want our feedback as much as possible, especially when testing out new patches. So what they said at the end of the post is, again, we'd like to assure you that we are still on track to release our game as per our updated timeline, and we want to emphasize to you that we are not winding down the development or complacent. We have a lot of work to do and want this game to be released with as many fun, rich, enjoyable features and mechanics as possible. Our team will continue to be hard at work, and we are always listening to your feedback. Thank you for your continued support, the PUBG development and community team. So basically what they are saying here is that even though less patches are going to be rolled out, they are not actually behind schedule, and the game will still release as per their updated timeline. So there's no worries, the game is still going to release when they said, but they have a lot of work to do and they don't want to rush out stuff that isn't working properly. So I think this is a great move, and that they're being transparent with us. That is awesome. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this cancellation of the weekly and monthly updates for PUBG. If you think it's a good thing or a bad thing, while you're down there, be sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to hit that notify bell. And as always, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.